Why can't you find love? How long have you really been single? Really? Having trouble finding that special soulmate? I can solve this one. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Your love trouble? Over. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com. Soul Garden. Hello producers and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. My name is Christopher Witecki and I'm your host to the universe. I'd also like to invite you down to soulmart.me where we have some new talent in the house, namely Carolyn Nagel. She's now reporting on Moon Goddess Monthly Reports. This is a moon report, which is your emotions, a predictive emotional report. They're available as of Wednesday for immediate download, just $4.95. And you'll get a 30-day report on whether you have a moon in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, whatever, how you will emotionally react in the next 30. So this is the last mile as far as Soul Garden, giving everything we can, I think, with astrology to manage your moment. And Carolyn is really good at this. She has a full moon, was born with a full moon, and knows what she's feeling about. We also have creative help with Jumpstart Creativity, which is a seminar that Nikki Bright is offering to help you click back into your creativity, click back into your magical rainbow part of you. So you can go to Soulmart to read about it. It's just 90 minutes. It's very affordable. Also, you can go to Soulmart for Carolyn. They are both here to serve and help you manifest your intentions. Now the sun is in Virgo, which means we're in an air child transit, and I'm starting to feel it. The IB consciousness is Virgo conscious, and Taurus is B in their heart. When a Taurus is operating correctly, they are always living in their heart. What you be is in your heart. This is why Tauruses are gentlemen and gentle ladies and have a softer approach, so to speak, and are the tortoise that goes slowly to get to the goal because they are virgin, Virgo, anal retentive, patient, and very attentive about their heart's desire. And like I said last week, it makes sense because after all, you are the manifestors of I manifest. So of course you live in your heart because that is the basis of manifestation. Now there are 3 stages to a Taurus's heart: the live, the love, and the be. And that's the 3 stages of Virgo and reality. We're moving into the love stage this week. Last week we were working on the live, which was how you live in your heart in the moment. So all of last week was, do you live in your heart? If not, why? You might have had to been pinched or something might have hurt you that got you to realize you were or were not in your heart. And so for Tauruses, Virgo is inner child, light casting, and creativity. That's what the heart chakra all comes down to. Last week was the inner child. That was the heart you were in or not. That's our child. This week we begin to light cast. In other words, the projection of what our heart wants in order to, through law of attraction, draw in our heart's dreams. And then our master shui of this next week is our creativity, what we master on a we plurality kind of level. So, saying all that, it's heart chakra time. And I've been having fun. I hope you have in the love stage. When we come back on Tuesday from our little vacay, Jupiter rules the day, the moon is in Taurus. So it's sunny and cool for the bulls. Emotions and ego work side by side. While Jupiter ruling the sun in Virgo means it's time for Tauruses to go explore. In other words, go figure out what your heart wants next. Now that you hopefully have gotten connection to your heart in the first 10 days of the transit or the live stage, now in the love stage, it's time to go love life, go love what you're here to love. The planets are doing some amazing shifting on Tuesday. First of all, there is a temporary soul pyramid, which is triggered by the moon in Taurus, so your emotions and ego, trining to Pluto and over to the sun. This unites the light of 3 states of your own awareness. Triggered by the moon, so your feelings of strength and confidence, the moon in Taurus. So you're feeling confident, you're feeling the strength you worked on last year. Last year was so hard with Jupiter in Taurus, and we stood up and we got the strength. So you're feeling that old strength. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn says, and you're also reconsidering what you actually believe, or you're reconsidering what really is most important to you. So you're reconsidering life's purpose, and then the sun in Virgo is, you're figuring out what your inner child wants. This is a fated triangle. One that ties your strength, endless possibilities, and a heart's joyful desire all into one unified awareness on Tuesday that I hope brings you to a grand conclusion or a shift. Now that's not the end of it. There's also this yod. This is the yod that caused the trouble over the weekend. This is the yod that continues for a couple of days. What this yod says is, Once again, the sun, take your inner child, and Mars in Scorpio, which is basically giving Tauruses a sword to draw a new day in relationships. Tauruses have had it. They're done with old relationships. They're ready for new relationships. This is where all the growth is from 2012 onward, after the Mayan calendar ends, is in relationships with Tauruses. You're already feeling it and you're owning it. So this desire for relationships and your inner child's desire for love and joy channel into what? Innovating your inner faith. You must continue to innovate and climb and have faith in yourself for more and more invisible reasons that you know are true but can't prove. Those intangible reasons of faith must keep climbing, okay? So it's a complicated day. Your soul pyramid, your grand concluding, and you're bringing in faith, and all the while Jupiter's saying explore your heart and explore what you want. A busy Tuesday, is it not? Then on Wednesday, breakdowns, showers, chance of temper tantrums for the Tauruses. That's because with the combination of the moon in the house of ego and the sun focused on your inner child and Uranus ruling the day, which means we're going to have a breakdown, it's probably going to be you getting pissed. The inner child coming out, the inner brat coming out, the one that's been always waiting, always patient, always a nice girl, finishing last, all of that story of the gentle Taurus, right? It all comes crashing down on Wednesday. Do not wave red in front of a bull on Wednesday. Just warned you. Should have warned the other signs. Oops, I forgot to. But there's also other stuff going on Wednesday, which is this yod completes itself. Now, you could have worked on the yod Tuesday, but on Wednesday you really work on the yod. That's because a breakdown in your inner child leads to the inevitable choice of innovating your inner faith. If your inner child gets let down, you're going to have to innovate your inner faith. Again, take it to another higher level. Again, take yourself to a higher level. And Mars, you being done with the old deal and unfair deals and bad partnerships, this all pulls into Uranus. So I think Wednesday is a breakdown day, but I think right away it leads to inner faith, which is a good thing because we're going to need lots of it, right? Well said, Witecki. Thanks, man. Then Thursday, cloudy but cool. Things come out again to play. Now, there's a few reasons for this. One, Mercury rules the day, so we click into our mind and we can kind of rationalize our way out of whatever we were going through. So that's a good one. Second, the moon's still in Taurus for nearly a third day, so emotions are working hand in hand with ego. So you're passionate, you're strong. It really was a time where you were able to roll with whatever the punches were, if you want to put it that way. Also, Venus is moving into Leo. So, last month it was all about loving yourself and taking care of yourself and creating a ritual and the nest that will lay the golden egg. Well, now with Venus coming into Leo, you are beginning on Thursday to receive this nurturing or to receive the rewards of having pampered yourself last month. It took a month for it to come in, but it starts to come in on Thursday. So Thursday is a very cloudy day, but things are shifting because you're starting to feel some results. The moon is still in your sign. And you're starting to understand or break through what your heart really wants, which is what the Mercury gives us on this day. Then comes Friday. And Friday is sunny and I think excited. Excited because my show Unite the Light is on. Excited also because Venus rules the day. And so your inner child will be restored to happiness again. So you'll get the ice cream, take yourself on a play date, take yourself on a date with a hot person that you like, but give in to that inner child wanting to love on Friday. It's part of the fun and excitement. The moon also adds a little joy because it will cross over Jupiter. Now, Jupiter moved out of your sign in the summer and shifted into your ego consciousness, into your soul capital, And so it's been working on Tauruses facing insecurities, facing financial problems, facing factory problems with their producing and clearing it. So on this day, you are feeling on Friday this new soul capital, feeling your new profit potential, feeling your new magi ability on earth, really feeling it. Plus, Venus has healed your inner child, so that feels good. But also a new yod, this time pointing back to relationships. So just a couple days ago, we had the energy going from relationship change out to faith. Now, the universe takes that faith that you updated. This is why we're moving so fast. If you don't do your soul work, you are in trouble. We take the faith you just upgraded 2 days ago, and we apply it now back to relationships. You take the new soul capital that you're feeling today. Just so happens the moon conjuncts Jupiter on this yod. Didn't have to, just did. Crazy, huh? So the moon conjuncts Jupiter, you're feeling the soul capital, you're feeling the faith, and what do? You go out and you start to manifest the new deal or the new relationship. So technically Tauruses, as of Friday, begin to potentially draw in long-term relationship newness because of this yod. But wait, there's actually more. On top of that, Saturn reaches its grand deadline. Remember, I said last weekend, Tauruses have to decide what a fair and balanced lifestyle is, what balance in the moment is, what health is. You must commit to the health style, the lifestyle, and how you want to live in the magic moment. Remember, I said that, and I said last weekend was your deadline. Well, I didn't really lie, but you technically had until today to finally do it. Now, so much changes through the week, you should have had it in place Sunday because we had so much other stuff with Saturn. But on this particular day, it comes to a deadline. On top of this, a major square comes to a deadline on Friday too. I'm not kidding. And it's not only a square. Notice how Jupiter's 15 and the Sun is 15. So they both squared on this day, exactly. But they happen to have the moon cross on that day and all this other stuff. I know, this is where it gets goofy. But this square represents fear in the Taurus between your self-confidence and what your inner child wants. In other words, you've been afraid up until now if you can afford what your heart wants. If you could afford to write the ego check, the check with the ego, and afford to actually pay for it literally. So that fear ends. So fear paying for it ends. A 2.5-year transit with returning your lifestyle into balance ends. And a new yod points to drawing new territory for partnership and alliances and a new day in that regard. And that, in a nutshell, is just Friday. Then comes Saturday. Saturday is a Neptune ruled day. It's a quieter day. It's a day where you'll log into your higher self and you'll be intuitive, and your intuition should guide you. And you really want to really sense in your intuition on Saturday if your heart is in the right direction. Are you aiming for what your heart really wants? Be honest with yourself and get to the core of it. Remember, you're nitpicky detailed. Tauruses really love everything and want everything. So when it comes to what we're going to manifest next, you must be very detailed. So use your intuition to put on those touches. The moon, our emotions, still in Gemini, so you're still feeling what you're worth, but it's not as chaotic as what yesterday brought us as far as that crazy confidence, right? Oops, that's Sunday, excuse me, and that's Sunday too. Here we go. Sorry about that. I'm learning these things as I go. But the planets also come to a head. Remember, Venus moved into Leo, but now it's up to 3 degrees, and so you are starting to really begin to receive and feel grounded. Mercury, which went retrograde and went all the way back, has just nearly approached the sun, which means our mind is catching up with our lives, and our thoughts and our lives are starting to work as one. So we are getting hyper-focused in the present. This is all on Saturday, while Neptune is connecting us to the top. Then comes Sunday, what I accidentally showed you. And this is like the perfect tip of the iceberg, Taurus, because on Sunday, Saturn rules the day, which means we must commit. What are you committing to? Well, for one, you're committing to what your inner child wants. Now, just yesterday, you had to put in your commitment to what a balanced life is. Today, after that, you're putting in a commitment to what your inner child wants. Yes, it's moving fast. Does it always, Chris? No, it doesn't. This is weird astrology. Watch my last 5 years on YouTube. You won't find this, okay? Now, the commitment on Sunday is to your inner child, but the universe throws in one more crazy thing, which is this soul pyramid, a different soul pyramid. And this one is a dirty pyramid. It's in water and air. In fact, it actually changes halfway through. Pretty magical. It starts with Saturn in Libra, which now at 27 degrees is going to move fast and manifest this lifestyle that you've defined. So if you said, I commit to a lifestyle of balance, which means I drink a bottle of vodka every day and I don't exercise except for once a month, then that is it. Boom, the universe is going to manifest like quickly that lifestyle. And by the time you say, no, Popeye, olive oil will already have ruined it all. Also, the emotion of moving forward with the lifestyle ties into Neptune, which is a new day for you in the world. So by changing your life, you change where you are aiming in the world, and you're changing your status in the world. And this all trines down to Gemini and Cancer, which for Tauruses means it turns into money, manifestation, the very, very top of Gemini, and it turns into a new attitude. All right, so this is a magical twist to a whole week of trying to finish things up. And what it basically does is on Sunday gets all new issues moving. And let me just say, just to put the final cherry on, the Sun and Mercury come together on Sunday, so we are officially done thinking for the past and ready to move forward. We are literally moving forward with new territory. Is that crazy shift or what? All right, Taurus, that's all I have for today. and the 7 days. It's a lot, isn't it? Go get your lunar report from Carolyn. Go jump in your creativity. If you can't tell, reality is changing fast, and the party starts on my next horoscope. Until then, live, love, be.